just chilling now. Um, so I mean, I guess this could be the Christmas special if we want it to be. Um, yeah. I was also going to kind of talk about like. I mean, I want to talk. We could do a. We have like we could do like a hybrid thing. Um, I kind of want to talk about. I wanted to do kind of like a hybrid thing. We can do both. I kind of want to talk about the years past Game Award winners and talk about like our favorite out of all those, I guess, and like what's good about those games, and yeah, just talk about that for a little bit, and then we can talk about crime. Uh, it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. But I figure we do that. We'll do like. Shut up. Crime. I'm telling everyone. Um, but yeah, I'll pull up the Game of the Year winners for the past 10 years, and we'll talk about all those games for a second, and then we'll talk about Christmas. Not gonna lie, I am pretty excited to try this. This, yeah. I would say I'm excited to try this, but I already tried it. um, Gross, cause it's Bud Light, and Bud Light is literally just piss water. Hey, beer? No, a good beer is a good beer. Bud Light's not a good beer. Bud Light's just cheap. Labatt's, good old Canadian beer. Labatt's, it's a Canadian brand. Guinness is good. Guinness is just heavy. No, Guinness is beer. Guinness is just heavy beer. It's yeah, it's a dark beer. It's a dark German beer. Yeah, I like it because I'm weird. It is Irish. It is Irish. You know, German, Irish, just yeah. Yingling is German. Yingling's also good. We're not. We're not. They don't see us, so it's okay. They don't see us. I know. Um, but and then Blue Moon. Blue Moon's good too. Bluey Moony. All right, we're about to go live. Yeah, the Bluey
That's
beer
my
brand.
favorite.
Yep, everybody loves that one. And we're live. What's up, people?
Oh, we're live.
Yay.
Uh,
What's up,
so
everybody? Welcome back to Simply Geek.
yep,
I
Simply
mean,
Geek.
Yeah, that's right.
So I
X,
just wanted to
our
briefly
favorite
talk
video
about
game.
last week. Um, I'm sorry if last week kind of sucked, cause I don't know about you, Ewan, cause you stuck it out with me. That kind of felt rough towards the end.
Game Awards was not that awesome. They did too
Yeah.
much.
No, it wasn't that impressive.
Just did too
Um,
much.
I would have stuck around, but I had work, so.
it kind of got
Hmm.
really boring after a while.
I
It was
wish I didn't.
yeah. I kind of wish we didn't do 3.5 hours of streaming, almost 4,
Mm-hmm.
because the Game
Hmm.
Awards kind of sucked. Um, yeah. So sorry if it got boring towards the end there. We were kind of getting bored ourselves. On a positive note, though, got the Nuka Cola Jones drink. I'm gonna try. Just gonna says it says to
You got
twist.
the game soda.
Says twist off. We're gonna see if I can.
I
actually
only
do
have
it.
water.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, it got the little
Ooh,
smoky.
strong man.
Got a little smoky there. It has no
Little
smell.
smoky.
No smell to it. Actually, there's
That's
a hint.
concerning.
There's a hint of smell. I can't smell it though because I'm congested.
A hint of smell, nothing particular.
Like I said, I can't really smell it because I'm congested. Do you guys want to smell it? What does it smell like to you guys?
Oh yeah, sure.
Red.
Good,
I
good.
popped my ear doing that.
That's a good smell. I popped my ear doing that. That's a good smell. Never had that one before.
Mm.
It kind of just tastes like red. Like,
Dude, I was right. I
Like-
was right.
like it sounds so dumb, but you know, like there's certain things that just have like you know the flavor blue, like there's cereal that's like has that blue
Yeah.
dye in it. It just tastes,
Yeah.
but there's like the red version of that.
Blue is my favorite flavor.
It literally just tastes like the red version of that, where it's just red. Like it's just, I don't know. It's supposed to taste like peach mango, but it just tastes like red.
Mm.
Hmm.
It tastes a little bit of
Red.
peach. There's a little peach in there,
Rojo.
but
Okay.
today's main thing
Way to
is
go.
I kind of want to talk about the years past Game Award winners. Winners, not wormers. Wormers?
Wimmers.
Wimmers.
The old
And
game
kind of
winners.
see, like, you know, if we agree with the years past, if they're actually good games, or do we just think, are they still good games today, or are they
Well,
only good
would
games
we
for
also
the time?
be looking at the contenders, or
Just the winners, is what I have pulled
Mm.
up right now.
okay? I don't even know if you could look at the contenders.
You probably could if I went really hard in the paint, but I don't feel like going hard in the paint on that, son. Let me just do this here. All right. So what we got here? I'm just gonna do this to make my life a little bit easier.
Oh, those are the check games. Okay.
No. I'm just going down to actually.
I was gonna say Arma 3 game of the what?
No. So this is a Game of the Year award.
Arma's a game, but okay.
So Dragon Age Inquisition.
2016 rough one.
All right.
Yeah.
Dragon Age
I heard
Inquisition. I've
Pretty
heard
good
all
things
right.
about that.
I've heard it's like the best Dragon Age game. I never
Yeah.
played Dragon Age, so I can't really talk a whole lot about it. But I've
Don't
heard it's the
quote us on
best
that.
Dragon Age game made, especially in comparison to the new one, because the new one is bad. Witcher
Mhm.
3. I mean, I think we can all agree that The Witcher 3 is a great game.
I haven't played
Mhm.
it, but I know it's a great game.
I haven't played either, but
I want to play it.
I own it twice technically.
Mm-hmm.
I own it on Steam and on Switch, so that's something. Excuse me. And then we got your two favorite game in existence, Overwatch.
Don't put
20
that title on us.
Oh.
Overwatch. The first Overwatch, I'm sure you guys would agree that was a pretty solid game.
What do you mean? Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1 again.
Yeah.
But worse.
Nothing's changed.
No, it's worse.
Yeah.
6v6 is back.
For a limited time, right?
Overwatch 1. Nope.
And then I
Pretty
think
sure it's just back.
is it just back or is it just limited time?
I'm pretty sure it's just back.
Oh, if it's just back, that's
Yeah.
like pretty good. Like good on them. And then we got goodness gracious,
Awesome.
I'm sorry. We got 2017 with possibly one of the best games in existence that I've ever played. Not that one. Oh my god.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to grab it. Breath of the Wild. One of the best games
That
I've ever played.
probably
in my
one of
life.
my most played games.
Love that game.
It is a game.
And then there's the other game.
Jonas has never played.
It's
I
a-
have not played it.
And there's the other game. In 2018, God of War.
God of War.
God of War was great.
Hey, Ewan, can you hit us with the boy?
Boy.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then
Oh, can you also hit us
2019.
with the Kratos' famous line of no?
No.
Yeah, just no.
No.
No. Games. No.
And then 2019 we got Sekiro. I've only played a little bit of it, but
Still on my wish list.
it's still a pretty good game. It's a good Souls-like game. Uh, Surprisingly, it was published by Activision, which is weird, but it's a FromSoft game. And then we got another interesting, rough game, Last of Us Part 2. Yeah.
It was definitely
there
Game
was
Awards just being like, oh my gosh, Last of Us.
What else came out that year?
anything but Last of Us. Dude, 2020 had Animal Crossing, brother. Doom. It had Animal Crossing and Doom that year, same day.
Should've
Animal
been
Crossing
Doom
should have
Eternal.
won. Animal Crossing should have won this. In my mind, there's no reason why Animal Crossing
Yeah.
lost.
I played Animal Crossing more than I played Doom, I can't lie.
Animal Crossing did such a big thing for the world because it came out as soon as places started to shut down. for COVID.
Especially the year COVID happened.
Yes. The
Yeah.
year of COVID, literally the day, at least where we live in Ohio, everything shut down the day of Animal Crossing coming out. So we were all stuck inside, and everybody was playing Animal Crossing for the most part that I knew that had a Switch. So Last of Us Part 2, I do not think that should have won Game of the Year. It Takes Two, it's a good game. It tells a good story. I don't know if it should have won Game of the Year. I don't remember the contenders, but I think there were other games that year that could have done.
I think it was also... Yeah, also because COVID, though, since that was still going on, and having a co-op game definitely helped it a lot.
Yeah. And then we got Elden Ring.
Elden Ring,
Yeah.
So that speaks for itself.
which we need to start playing again.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I need Elden Ring.
Then we got Baldur's Gate 3, which I think we all agree that, at least I think Jonah and I
Absolutely.
agree. Yeah.
I believe it deserves every reward it ever got, even
I
though I
agree.
was making fun of it when I heard of it, because I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it's a good game, but I mean, did it deserve all of those awards? And then I played it, and I couldn't put it down for
Yeah.
6 to
I
9
remember
months?
that phase.
Yeah, and now it has
And then
cross.
I got to
play?
Act 3 and got sensory overload. It's gonna have crossplay. They said something
No,
about
it-
next
it
year.
has it
I don't
right
know
now.
if that means 2025 or literally a year from that announcement. What?
I think it's out right now.
Hmm?
I think crossplay is out right now.
I'm checking the Steam page. Checking the Steam page.
And then this year we got Astrobot.
What's the?
W.
So yes and no. I think that Astrobot is great, but did it do anything revolutionary?
No, but I think it revived a genre that needed to come back.
Did it though? Because Nintendo's been doing this for a very long time.
Well, I mean, they've been doing it, but
They've been doing it
not
well
that good.
for a long... Dude, Mario Odyssey.
Okay, so it's not out yet.
Okay.
How long ago did Mario Odyssey come out? 2016?
2017.
2017?
But
It's been a while since we've had a good
a couple
platformer.
years.
There-
But at the same time, it's not... Like, I like Astrobot. I like the concept of it. Like, I will buy Astrobot. But I just don't know if it did anything revolutionary. Like, did it change the gaming sphere? Did it really, though?
I'm sure it was a good game, but it wouldn't have been my game of the year, personally.
Mhm.
Honestly,
I'm
I
a
don't
sucker
even
for a
think-
cute little robot guy.
I mean, I am too. I love Astrobot. But when it comes to like being revolutionary, I mean, honestly, the only game that did anything for any sort of genre was honestly Balatro. I'm not gonna lie. Balatro took a
Mm-hmm.
poker game and made it
Yeah,
like have
Balatro is
roguelike
really good.
mechanics. Elden Ring,
Mhm.
Shadow Retreat did nothing. It just more Elden Ring. It did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't change the genre. As much as I want to play Metaphor and
It
I own
shouldn't have
it,
been.
Metaphor didn't do anything for the genre. It's just another Persona-like game.
Elden Ring shouldn't have been even nominated for Game of the Year award
No.
because it was a DLC and
Now
not a
see,
game.
now
We've
next year,
already, yeah.
next year, that's a different conversation because it's a separate release. It's a
Yes.
standalone release.
Night Rain is a
Mhm.
game, not a DLC.
Yes, it's a separate independent.
Which, by the way, that game looks crazy
But
and pretty fun.
you know, Shadow Retreat did nothing. Astrobot, as
Mhm.
much as I like Astrobot, like I said, did nothing for the genre. What else was up there? There was another one. Oh, Black Myth Wukong. Another Souls-like game. Souls-like boss rush game.
Yeah,
Did nothing for the
Mhm.
genre.
and it was only boss rush too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now don't get me wrong, I heard it's really good, but it's like
Mm.
it did nothing for the genre. It didn't revolutionize anything. In my opinion, like Game of the Year winners should be like something that's like changed the genre, that's genre defining. That like this is what we're looking to like perfect. Like this is the peak of this kind of genre this year. And
Like Baldur's Gate.
like yeah, like Baldur's Gate is a great game. Like it did huge.
I'm pretty sure there are thousands of lines of unheard dialogue
I'm
that
certain
players
there
have
are.
still not discovered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are.
Now, on the topic of Baldur's Gate, I don't know if you want to show it on stream, Preston. It's not bad.
Hmm.
It's actually when in the patch notes when they're talking about the new update. Just go to the section about the stress test, and then go to the subsection when does the stress test begin,
Um, do you have a link for that for
if
me,
you
or
can.
do I need to look it up?
It's just on the Steam page, honestly.
Oh, okay, okay.
I can stream it if you need me to, but it's just on the
Yeah,
Steam
actually,
page.
if you're already on there, go ahead and stream it, and then
Yeah,
I'll
for
pop
sure.
it up.
Um,
But like at least for me, that's how I feel about things. Like Game of the Year should be a
Mhm.
genre defining game.
Now, this is where they're testing the update and all that. That's
Yeah.
not the important part.
Wait up, Pookie. Wait up, Pookie. That's beautiful. I'm happy that happened.
Thank you, Larian.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Larian.
Wait. Huh. Oh. I'm going to talk to you guys about something about after this. I don't know if I should
Okay.
really talk about it on stream. Cuz it's
That would be
very
a good idea.
kind
We
of
can wait.
political-esque, but not really at the same time.
Yeah, probably not. On
Yeah.
stream
Yeah, I'll
then,
say it. I'll
just
say it
to
later.
Be safe.
But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the Game of the Year winners are just like a lot of times like what sold the best kind of deal, or whatever, you know?
I mean, to most developers, that would constitute a game of the year.
Yeah, but it should really like I don't know. There should be. I like the Dice Awards more than I like the Game Awards.
Huh?
Dice Awards, they're another.
Like the company?
I don't think it's the company Dice that run. No, it's not the developer
Oh,
Dice.
okay.
No. But they've been doing their Game of the Year stuff longer than the Game Awards has been around. I like the way they
Mm.
run things because heck, last year Tears of the Kingdom won their Game of the Year. I don't really like Jeff Keighley a whole lot. I
That's fair.
he puts on a very long-winded show. Um, and
That show could have
Yeah.
been condensed.
It's a lot more of like a
Much.
performance.
is a performance. We actually got our first copyright strike. I didn't get to talk about that. We got a copyright strike on
Mhm.
YouTube from it.
Did it say what specifically on?
Some of the music, and I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't care because it got restricted in freaking Russia, so I really don't care.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't think there's anybody in Russia watching our show, so it doesn't bother
Sorry,
me.
Russia viewers.
Sorry. But it- it's it's just dumb because the game of like it's supposed to just be focusing on the awards, and then they started throwing in random announcement trailers, which is cool sometimes. Like seeing The Witcher 4 was nice.
Well, no, you know why they put in the announcement trailers?
Hmm.
I've just realized this. You know why they put in the announcement trailers? Because E3 doesn't exist anymore.
They did that before E3. They did that before E3 doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, but they did so many this year. I guarantee you, because E3 isn't around anymore.
Well, what replaced E3 was Jeff
People are using
Keighley's
these
Summer
stuff to
Game Fest.
Oh yeah. Forgot
Yes.
they made their own thing.
Yes. So
Oh, love Jeff Keighley.
yeah, he puts on too long of a show. The jokes are always bad. Like they were like making fun of how bad the jokes were, like themselves. I'm like, this isn't funny. Like you are not funny. This is stupid. You're wasting my time. Like this show could be condensed down to an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Just show us the game trailers. Give us the announcements of who wins. That could have been an hour and a half.
Don't need an orchestra.
No, the orchestra's cool.
It is, but
We need it. We need it. We don't need
do
21
we
Pilots
need
there
it?
playing a song. We don't need whatever freaking dude was like had a bunch of holes in his shirt singing. You remember that, Ewan?
oh, that was an Arcane song.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah. You have
That
a
was
point.
weird.
We don't need that many performances.
Yeah.
No, we don't need. The orchestra is fine. That's it. That's all we need.
Just keep the orchestra.
We don't need the freaking
I like
Muppets
watching
characters.
the flute guy change an instrument every song.
Dude, that guy is hype. He's my favorite thing about the like the Game Awards.
Hmm.
I had to watch
He
that
was-
as a Moist
he was
Critical
cool.
clip, but that made it better.
Dude, the man is
I
hype.
think.
The man is hype. He's too good. But yeah, pretty much Game Awards just kind of sucks. I don't really care for it. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna do a show for it next year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Just
we'll
do an after show talking about him.
we'll do an after show probably like the following day talking about it because it's not worth staying there for 3.5 hours, man.
I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm a working man.
I mean, as am I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. I've
What
been
about some
sleeping.
working men here?
I've been sleeping like crap, so I value my sleep.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, sleep is super important.
I don't know what it is. I've just been waking up at like 4:30, 5 a.m.
ooh, brother, ooh.
You're getting into that habit.
It wasn't even it just started happening. Anytime it happens, I just go back to sleep, but it's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
It'd
Not
be that
to
way.
go back to sleep, but to actually get rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that kind of does it for our Game of the Year talk and how crappy the Game of the Year is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucked.
So we're still kind of on the fence if we're actually doing a show next week. So we don't know
If we
yet.
do one, it would have to be on Thursday.
Yeah, it has to be the
But
day
we
after.
also know Thursdays are a really unreliable recording day.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Wednesdays
don't know
are
yet.
like the middle of
Well,
the week.
We'll let you
Wednesdays
guys-
like middle of the week, where you're usually all available.
yeah. So what the
Anytime we've had to push it to Thursday, we've had to push it to next week.
basically. So we're
9
kind of
times out of 10
yeah,
in my month and a half on the show.
but we'll see how that goes. So this is gonna be kind of dubbed the Christmas episode for the second half here. Um,
Mm,
and
which I
to
think
Our
we
kind
had
of
a
last one in
topic
the
on
we
that,
we
December
did
Christmas.
we did. Um, we're-
which I messed up on during the winter episode.
you did, yes, which is okay. We'll bring that back. There's actually a few topics we can talk about. Um,
Hmm
but I think we'll just start the gate. Um, what is your favorite like gaming Christmas memory? Like one game or one gaming item that you got for Christmas one year that just made you lose your mind.
I have one story that immediately pops in my head.
Go for it.
I got a 3DS when I was a kid. It was awesome. I had a DS and then a DS Lite, and I got a 3DS when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8. And I asked for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon one year. I opened up a present that was DS or 3DS box shaped, like a little square, and I saw it and I got so excited. And then one of my family members was like, "Oh, that wasn't for you. That's for your cousin. Sorry, man." And I was crushed. I was crushed.
You said, "Oh
Uh,
no!"
I did get Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire though, which is still my favorite Pokemon game.
I'm sorry, dude. That hurt me.
That is kind of brutal, dude. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
I've never-
devastated as a child.
I've never had that happen to me, but that hurt me.
That does tend to hurt the
Yeah.
soul, brother. What about you, Jonah?
Happens.
What you got?
So there are 2 I can think of right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 3.
You just list all 3 of
I
them,
don't
brother.
remember when I got my first Xbox One. So the going in chronological order of my age, I believe I got my first Xbox One for Christmas,
Mhm.
which is also, I believe, no, that was later. But I got that with Actually, I don't know if I got that with Battlefront. No, I didn't. I remember I got that later. I think also for Christmas, but the main one that pops into my head, which changed my life forever, was getting Overwatch for Christmas.
Oh no. Hmm.
And I remember it vividly because it was during the Christmas update, and it did the whole thing that Xboxes do when you're like halfway done installing the game and it's like it's ready to play. You can't do anything in it. You can do the tutorial. It's ready to
Yeah.
play though. Sit at the
Yeah.
menu screen for half an hour.
With Overwatch specifically, I remember it being you can go to the firing range as either Tracer or Soldier.
Yeah,
Nerd.
basically the demo.
Good days. Good days.
And that has changed my life in many ways. I think it gave me Stockholm syndrome for that game.
Brother.
And the other, because I don't really remember very many gaming related memories when I was younger, I'll be
Mhm.
honest. But I guess, what is it, 5 years? 4 years, 5 years now? I got my computer.
Yeah.
So I didn't technically get it built until January because I was still waiting on a part. I think it was my graphics card.
Mhm.
But I got my computer.
Nice.
No,
nice.
no, sorry. No, it was the it was Windows. I didn't have Windows.
Oh.
Oh, yep. I remember
needed an
using
operating
the
system. And then I got a bootleg thing for $16 off of Amazon, and I didn't have an
Hmm.
activation key. But it worked.
I mean, hey.
And then I
Good
bought Windows
times.
11, and now I have a fully functioning version of Windows.
Beautiful. Pumped.
And I think that's about it.
I think. Oh gosh. So. I have a few. I remember. I got my very first console, my own console. I got a GameCube
Hmm
when I was like, oh, I think 5 or 6.
Mhm.
And dude, I had the platinum GameCube. I was pumped, dude.
Ooh.
It was one of the coolest things.
Platinum's definitely the best color.
I'm pretty sure I got Super Mario Sunshine with it. I was so excited. I had no idea what I was doing to play
I
that
would
game.
be too.
Another one was when the year the DS Lite came out. Actually, no. Gosh, I'm so old, so I have a lot of these. I remember I got a Game Boy Advance one year, and that was sick. I had a Game Boy Advance, like this it was an indigo. No, it wasn't indigo.
Mhm.
It was the translucent blue, ice blue. Is what I had.
You got ice blue?
Got the ice blue one. I got a few different games. I got Sonic Advance. And I had some of my dad's Game Boy games. And then I got, what was the other one? I got some of those, there used to be, so back in the day, they used to have these Game Boy Advance cartridges that had 3 TV episodes on them. Okay? And I had a SpongeBob one that had the first 3 SpongeBob episodes on it. And I had a Fairly Odd Parents one. They had 3 episodes of Fairly Odd Parents. It was legit. I would sit there in the car and watch those episodes over and over and over again. And I also got
watched the Scott the Woz video about TV on handhelds.
Yeah, it was sick. And then I also had the backlight. I had the light attachment. Yep.
Just so you can see the screen in like a car ride.
Yeah. And then it was like a couple years later, I got a DS Lite for Christmas. And that was sick.
Nice.
Those are some of my bigger ones. Oh, and then I got Rock Band 2. Like the whole kit and caboodle one year. And that was like game changer for me. I literally played like Rock Band for a good like 3 or 4 years. Like went on like I got like a bunch of songs in every version of Rock Band because they did like a bunch. And I'd sit there and play Rock Band for like hours on end. Good time. End of an era. I mean, Fortnite tried to bring it back,
good
but
times.
I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. And
No, I'm not a big fan of the Fortnite festival.
I'm not really
main
either.
stage, I think it's called.
If I had a guitar, it might be different. But I don't want to spend like $150 on a guitar.
Yeah.
For something I might play periodically. Trying to think. Those are like some of my bigger ones that I got really pumped for. I remember, like, I just think like my favorite thing growing up is like having snow days, or being on Christmas vacation.
Oh yeah.
And just like staying in and playing games, like being snowed in the house. You couldn't do anything because there was no school.
As a
you
kid,
just sit
that's
there and
all you
play
want.
games. Yeah, that's like that was the thing to do. Is like, man, like I'm so pumped. Like I remember the year Black Ops came out, and just sitting there with my PS3 for hours playing Black Ops Online. And I was trash because I didn't play first-person shooters until then.
I remember those times.
Yeah, dude, just being stuck indoors, snow day. As an adult, we should get snow days. Just saying.
I have like I have like such a vivid like feeling with snow days, because like I played like at my parents' house. There's a room where we got like a big projector screen, and I used to play on that, and which is probably why I'm actually as good at first-person shooters as I am now, or at least I used to be on Xbox, because I played on such a massive screen, and then I switched to a monitor, and I'm like, this is so much easier to see everything.
Yeah.
I can see so much now. But
I can see.
There'd be a propane fireplace. And because my parents were teachers, 9 times out of 10, they'd know when a snow day was coming up, so they just tell me, hey, you don't have a bedtime tonight. And so I'm like, sweet, I'm sleeping in here then. And
That's what you want to hear?
okay.
And then you just be
And so I would just stay up till like midnight playing like Zombies or Battlefield 4, almost exclusively Battlefield 4,
yeah
just
going
for
ham.
so many hours. There was, I think it was, yeah. That was on a snow day. I think there was either a snow day or a Saturday when I had a 16 or 18-hour session of Sea of Thieves,
No way.
which is why I'm Pirate Legend now in that game because
That's a
we found
lot.
me and my buddy Dylan. We found a friendly server, which was a server with everybody in the same alliance, and we weren't killing each other. We were all just gathering treasure.
Yeah.
And we were just, I was on that game, breakfast,
Impossible
lunch, and dinner,
nowadays.
on that one server. And I have like millions of gold because of that one server.
That's crazy.
So,
That's crazy. Dude, just the days,
honestly,
man.
after Overwatch came out, a lot of my snow days were spent playing that.
I just miss those days, like that time in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so fun. Just like I remember, there was one year. It's feel like it's been a couple years since we had like a really good snow. You know,
And I don't think we're going to get
Yeah.
one this winter, I'll be honest.
No.
I'm looking at
Last-
the weather right now.
2 years ago we had a pretty solid one around Christmas. It was like a week of Christmas. There was like 3 days.
I think we had a pretty decent one last year, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good last year.
Was it?
I don't remember last
I don't
year
remember
because I had
there
work.
being any snow
We
last
had
Christmas.
we had a few like weeks that was nice.
Well, it
I had to
wasn't-
work
it was
that
nothing
Christmas, so I
bad
don't
though. It was
remember it
like
at
a
all.
little bit of snow, like an inch of snow. It wasn't anything
Mm.
crazy.
This isn't a gaming story, in fact, quite the opposite. But I remember as a kid, it was one Christmas, since we do live where the climate is the worst place ever. I remember going to the park with a jacket on, just a light jacket,
Mm-hmm.
which is across the street from my house on Christmas.
Christmas.
Because as a kid, I thought it was really funny playing outside on Christmas when it was supposed to be really snowy, and it was like 60 or something degrees out.
Because you're a menace.
Either it's going to be really cold and you're going to get a lot of snow, or it's going to be 60 degrees and you're going to feel sad because it's Christmas and there's no snow.
Yeah.
I mean, people in California, they experience it every year.
They're an outlier and shouldn't be counted.
We never count for California.
They traded having seasons for perfect weather all year long
Mhm.
and other things that are
Weed.
going to be saved for the after show.
Yeah, we can't things we can't say on air.
Like drugs.
No examples.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
just saying drugs, just in general. It didn't say prescription or non-prescription. Stupid. But it'd be nice to get like, you know, like jobs should be like, oh man, the weather's really bad. Here's a paid day off.
Mhm.
You don't have to use your personal time off.
Snow
Yeah.
day.
Sometimes, like when I worked at, I'll disclose this because I don't care because I don't work for them anymore. When I worked for Spectrum
Yeah.
back then, there was a couple days like that company in general was just dog water. Like working for them is awful. And there was a couple days when I
Mhm.
worked for them because I worked for them for 2 years, and they would wait until like we were supposed to be open to decide if we were going to open or close. So, like they expected us to drive there in the bad weather, like level 3 weather, just to get there for them to be like, "Oh no, you guys aren't working." I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
Mm.
I need to know before I leave my house if I'm going to work or not. You need to let me know like an hour before,
Yeah.
so I don't waste my time and like risk myself doing it. I remember this was, I think Finn. No, Finn was not born yet. This was the year that Finn was going to be born.
Mhm.
It was literally like 2 days beforehand, and I remember
Oh, jeez.
it was really bad weather. This was Christmas Eve, so it was really bad weather, and they had closed us the 2 days like 2 days in a row or the day prior for the bad weather,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh no, we're just gonna get open." And I remember in the group chat because I didn't care. I didn't like my boss. My boss was a very like not good person, and I remember like
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I get to risk, getting into a car accident or getting stuck, so crackhead Steve can come in and pay his bill. It's exactly what I said in that group chat.
Mhm.
And I remember I was halfway there, and he called me. He's like, "Don't go in." I'm like, "I'm already going in." He's like, "I told them you guys aren't going in." I was like, "I'm already halfway there." And then I just turned around. But like, it's crazy to me that like, places like that will decide like way too late to close.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mhm.
just not safe for
Now,
employees.
Jobs. I don't
unfortunately,
get
the
'em.
my place of employ, I don't get snow days.
No, because you're kind of essential,
It's
like
kind of an essential.
legitimately essential, not like
Yeah.
what these companies say is essential.
I mean, myself,
You yourself, your
technically
job,
not,
not really,
but
but your employer
my
is.
place of employment is absolutely essential.
Yes, yes,
Therefore, I am needed.
yes. I remember when GameStop tried to funny.
People need their video games.
Dude, I didn't tell you about that.
No, I've never heard of that. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
When
gosh, that's so
the big
funny.
ol' C was, you know, got us all shut down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and all these employees were like paying for people to stay home. Good old GameStop said,
Mm-hmm.
"No, you're essential because you sell telecommunication devices." So
Finding every legal way to get people to work. It's crazy.
essentially, yes, we sold telecommunication devices, so we had to stay open. So we were essential for people to work from home. So because we sold headsets and
Dude.
microphones and web cameras, that classified us to be essential during the pandemic. So we were open. I was working, and it was like we were close to the public, but I was doing orders, like I was shipping out orders from in the store to out to people buying stuff online. So I'd sit there for 8 hours, do like a couple shipments an hour, and then I'd sit there and play Animal Crossing the rest of the time for like two
Because no one's
months.
gonna come in.
No one could
Yeah.
come in. We were
Who's gonna
closed.
risk their life to get a video game?
We were closed. So
Hmm.
it was a time, dude. I remember I brought my PS4 in one day and I streamed Doom Eternal
At
from
work.
yeah,
At
I did
work.
at work.
That's
I
awesome.
streamed Doom Eternal at work. I did streams from inside the Delaware GameStop a few times. I remember I did IRL streams. I was just sitting there and just talking. Like I had my phone set up there and I was just talking. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Actually, so funny.
there's people. I wish we were able to do this, but like some people, because like GameStops have TVs that play the stupid GameStop TV channel over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people were
Yeah.
able to get access to the HDMI up there, and they would like watch movies all day or put their like, yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy time. We all got paid to play video games essentially all day.
You know, speaking of like jobs being essential,
Uh
I used to I used to work for Mickey D's, right?
yeah, mix
The
mix.
dreaded.
And what was it last year? Yeah, last year we had a level 3 snow emergency.
Yeah,
Well, not last year, 2 years ago we had a level 3 snow emergency.
yeah.
And I was still required to go to work
See,
in negative 40 degrees. My car barely started. My battery
yeah,
battery didn't work. My turn
Did not
signal didn't
like
work. My lights
existing.
didn't work. My car wouldn't shift gears
oh my gosh.
out of first. It would reverse. It would park. I couldn't accelerate past 20 miles an hour, not like I would have anyway.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So, that is
Dude.
also the same place that threatened to write me up for going home and not clocking in because my dad got in a car accident.
Yeah, see, dude,
Yeah.
I just don't understand some
Love corporate
employers,
America.
man.
That's why I'm the unemployed one.
There's there's so much stupid stuff when it comes to I'm glad I have my job. Like, my job isn't perfect by any means,
Mm-hmm.
but they're at least mostly understandable. Like, when I have a talk with my boss tomorrow, if winter gets bad this year, I live. I don't want to say how far I live from where I work,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
and
a
I
good
don't want to
bit.
You
say
live a
I live.
defined distance away from your workplace.
Yes, we all do, except
Hmm.
for my person in charge. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's if there's a level 2 or a level 3, I don't want to travel down that certain highway there,
Mm.
because that certain highway sucks. Just in general, it sucks because people drive awful. But
Yeah.
it's especially during the winter, I don't want to have to fight
Mhm.
that, and I hope where I work decides to close if it gets to a level 3 or a level 2. Like, yes,
Yeah.
technically essential, but there's machines outside of said place that take care of that. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about where I
Mhm.
work. I don't want to talk about it a whole lot because I still work there. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but there's certain things outside of this place that help you still get certain things.
Yeah.
So, like, it's still not you're not limited. You're not you can still do a transaction. Just you know.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I also wish that more places would be like what they used to be. Place I know car dealerships get basically a whole entire next week off, and the following week they're closed down for 2 weeks.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
whatever happened to that? Places just
Who's gonna be buying a car a week from Christmas?
what was the week of
Only
Christmas,
the most
and then
sensible of individuals.
the week after Christmas leading into the new year. Most car dealerships were shut down.
Yeah.
But it's I wish a lot of places would do that. It's I understand certain places need to be open, but it's
Hmm.
places should get Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas off. At least in my opinion. A lot of places should do that.
Unfortunately, I always seem to pick the jobs that have an exception to that.
I mean, me
Yeah.
too.
There's a lot of
So-
those.
Though I wouldn't trade the job I have for almost anything.
Yeah, me too as of right now. I mean, yeah.
So.
But it just kind of sucks. It's it would be nice to have
And
that
I mean, I'm
stretch
sure if
of
the
time.
roads are I'm sure if the roads are really that bad that I'm in danger of my life driving to work, then they can live without me. If the weather's that bad, we're not getting a delivery. We're not getting
Oh yeah, that's not gonna
anything.
happen.
Yeah. If the weather's that bad, you just get a chill.
If the weather is that bad, I'll get a point, but I mean, my supervisors are human too. They're not
Yeah.
Mhm.
they're not most other managers that I've had who get drunk on their own power.
A lot do, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I just feel
Yeah, a
I
good
mean-
chunk of
places
those.
The
in general need to be more
the place that I
understanding.
work is the only place where where the supervisors get excited when you're taking time off.
Yeah, I think where I work is kind of the same thing.
Or at least they're not like, oh, why you gotta take that time off, man? Can't you just stay? Can't you just not take your PTO? Can't you just?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, no, it's your time. Go take it.
For
It's your time.
us?
Yeah,
It's your time. Go do what you want with it.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's how my
I
job
don't care.
is.
Just make sure you have enough. Make sure you have enough PTO, and I accrue it like nobody's business.
My job, I either use it or I lose it, so I have to use it. We get
Mhm.
we get it we'll get a certain amount front loaded and the rest accrued, but it's used it or lose
Mhm.
it, and I'm going to use every bit of it because they don't pay it out either. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
like last week, cause you know how the weather's been. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down here. So it's been killing.
Yeah, real whack.
Like last week, you could
Yeah.
probably tell that my voice sounded a little funky, or if I was feeling a little out of it.
Just a little funky.
But well, the day after, I had no voice. Like Friday, I could not talk.
Mm.
So I went to work sounding like this. I couldn't talk at all. It was really hard to talk. I sound like that.
Hey, can you
Mhm.
speak up? I can't hear you.
Yeah. So like, my boss looked at me and was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know," and then just sent me home.
I'm Batman.
I'm vengeance. Dang it.
I'm vengeance.
Vengeance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, I was really almost afraid that this wasn't
Yeah.
live for a second.
Oh no.
I would have lost my mind.
No, it is.
It is
It is,
live.
it is.
I know it is.
I would have told you if it wasn't.
I know you would have.
Yeah, we have somebody just constantly watching the stream now.
Yeah, we kind of have to because I've made.
We
dumb
have a
mistakes
viewer
like
that can
this.
never quit watching.
I made too many dumb mistakes to
I
be
mean,
trusted.
Since we've had a few mishaps in the past, I figure I might as well just have it open and the audio just a little bit on just to make sure it's going good.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
it doesn't sound.
It's not like
too-
overpowered. Like it's just there so that if there's no audio, I'll know.
Yeah. You know what's going on at least. Oh, brother. I kind of think that's for the at
Yeah.
least the main episode. That's kind of done. We're kind of
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your
Yeah.
camera just got
Short
really
and sweet.
funky, my guy.
Who?
You. Is it good now?
You.
Oh.
Is it good? You and is it good for you?
I don't know. I feel like our cameras are just all being a bit funky.
Yeah, I think so. But that's it for the main episode. We're
Also, I
gonna-
feel like now's the time to mention I've been on the same Balatro run all episode. Balatro
Bro
is
is
really
stuck
good.
on Balatro now. I've told this guy for a month to play Balatro, and then he decides at his own time, "I will play Balatro." He messaged
Hey,
the
man,
group.
I don't like listening to you.
Yeah, I know you don't.
No, see, the more you tell him to do something, the less he's
know.
gonna do it.
I know. It's
That's
the way
so
you and
true.
works. Stupid.
You know
The
you know why
cards,
you
they all
know why
mean
I know that?
something.
You know why I know that?
Cause Baldur's Gate.
No, because I work the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
ADHD is crazy.
The more you tell me to do something, the less I'm gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just about me finding my own time. I'm like, do I really need to start playing Balatro? And then I started playing Balatro, and I'm like, I cannot stop playing Balatro.
Yeah. It's bad.
I have a problem.
It's addicting. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a real issue.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, that's it for the regular episode. Now we're just kind of chilling. Kind of just chilling.
Yeah, thanks everybody
Yeah.
for chilling out with us.
Yay.
We in the stream or is still